Hi, in the next few minutes, I will give you a brief introduction to infectious diseases. By the end of this module, you'll be able to describe the two classifications of disease, explain what an infectious disease is, list at least two types of infectious diseases, list and discuss at least two characteristics of infectious diseases, list and describe at least two infectious disease agents, and discuss the chain of infectious diseases transmission and prevention. To achieve these objectives, we'll focus on these areas: disease classifications, what is an infectious disease, types of infectious diseases, characteristics of infectious diseases, infectious disease agents, how infectious diseases are transmitted, and the chain of infectious diseases transmission and prevention. Diseases can be classified into two: infectious and non-infectious. So, what is an infectious disease? The term infectious disease has been defined in various ways by different people and different organizations. However, in very simple terms, it may be defined as diseases that can be transmitted from one person to another and from animals to humans. There are several types of infectious diseases. They include HIV, Ebola, malaria, anthrax, cholera, and smallpox. Know that smallpox has been eradicated from the world. Now to some characteristics of infectious diseases. Infectious diseases mostly occur in developing countries. They are preventable, often infect infants and children, and account for a large number of deaths and disabilities worldwide. Infectious disease agents. Here on the screen is a list of some of the agents that cause infectious diseases. Let's take a look at two of these agents. Bacteria. These are microscopic single-celled organisms that live in millions in the environment. Some are harmful and others serve a useful purpose. Some diseases caused by bacteria are cholera and tuberculosis. Viruses. These are the smallest of all disease-causing agents. They are parasitic and thus need a living human host to survive. Viruses have the ability to attach themselves to the receptors of living cells. They reproduce by hijacking the cells of their host. Viruses cause many of the world's common diseases, including Ebola, flu, and HIV. The chain of infectious disease transmission explains how infectious diseases are transmitted. According to this paradigm, for an infectious disease to be transmitted, each link in the chain must be present in a logical sequence. First, the agent leaves its reservoir or host through a portal of exit. It is conveyed by some mode of transmission and then enters through an appropriate portal of entry to infect a susceptible host. This infographic provides information on how to break the cycle of infectious disease transmission. For example, to prevent an infectious disease agent from getting into the body, one would need to be up to date with their vaccines or their vaccinations, cover their coughs and sneezes, and stay home when they are sick. Thank you. Here are some references for further reading.